Pathfinder from a while ago where everybody starts as commoners, and as you gain experience, you buy like traits and you buy feats and you buy levels and characters.
That's interesting.
We're
Um,
live.
Seems like Math Pathfinder, if you have to ask me.
just
Which, I
lets
mean,
you
is Pathfinder. Pathfinder is Math, right?
it makes Pathfinder even crunchier, where you can pick and choose what you want of classes.
All right, so we're definitely going to get into some Pathfinder here today because it is the superior system when it comes between D&D and this. Pathfinder. Pathfinder is obviously the superior system, but Cord, you are obviously in team. We're not going to delve into this too much, but I want to have this conversation on stream here. Cord, you are definitely in D&D 5e group. Myself and every other person that has 2 brain cells is in the Pathfinder 1e group. But please explain. And I'm sorry, I'm coming at you harsh here, man. I'm throwing a hook. I'm throwing a haymaker. All right, I came at you strong. I want to hear the rebuttal. I really do. I want to hear what you have to say.
What's great about 5e?
Bingo.
Oh man, 5e is just I feel like it's balanced. It's not as it's not as customizable as Pathfinder is, because Pathfinder you can create 1,000 different characters. There's so many classes, and there's so many feats, and there's so many customizations. There's like, you can play a fighter like 100 different ways, and there's all the archetypes and all that. But as far as 5e goes, the armor class, if you work challenge rating correctly, it works. But the like characters versus monsters, it just feels balanced.
The power creep, there's less of a power creep in D&D 5e that I've noticed. So I've run D&D 5e probably 20 sessions of it. Pathfinder, hundreds. Maybe even over 1,000, thousands maybe. I don't know. I've run so many sessions, right? And what I did notice is that, again, the power creep, even as you level up, the monsters still feel approachable, and it feels like they can still hit the players. With Pathfinder 1e, the one thing I will say is you can get such high AC that, like, you just can't get touched. And you can have such high attack bonuses that you can just hit everybody regardless of their AC.
You can't miss, yeah.
So, like, there's in Pathfinder, I would say that is true for sure.
In 5e, unless you control it, I mean, getting super high AC, you really have to optimize. You have to multi-class, you have to get certain things, and that's completely controllable. As a DM, there's one rule out there: you never give your characters plus anything magical armor, +1 magical armor, nothing like that. You go with the regular armors, and if they get magic armor, the magical armor is like glamored armor and different other armors that do certain things
as effects, not necessarily static bonuses.
Yes.
You know what? That is the most well thought out and logical explanation of why D&D 5e is pretty okay. That I've ever heard.
And then screw turtles and the machine men, right? What's it called? Warforged. That just boosts their AC up.
See, you know what it is? You know what it is for me with Pathfinder? And we're going to get to the game, everybody. Thank you for your patience here. I love Golarion. I love the lore of Pathfinder. And, as a setting, sure. I've been playing in that setting for fantasy. Because it comes to fantasy for 10 years plus, like 12 years plus. So I know it so well. So as a game master, it's very easy. When I start getting into Faerun, when I start getting into like the Greyhawk setting, I played in those back in D&D 2, 2nd edition and 3.0, 3.5, but it's been so long that I don't have the core base. I feel lost, if that makes sense.
So that's perfect for you, because I don't know if you saw in the last month, but Paizo is making content for 5th edition.
Paizo, all respect to Paizo and folks that love them, they killed me, and I'm no longer a Paizo fanboy. I like Pathfinder 1e, but Pathfinder 2e, no thank you. Too close to 5e. But anyway, so welcome everybody to session 10 of Rise of the Runelords. Yeah. Welcome to session 10. We're actually in double digits. Congratulations to my 4 friends here. Fantastic people, fantastic players. And we're going to actually dive right in to the game after some introductions. I, of course, am Darewolf, the Game Master. I'm the guy that tries to kill these wonderful players every week or do really bad puns. And I went back and I did watch the videos. It was my fault. I started it. I take full responsibility for it. It was a bit unbearable to go through and watch the videos.
No,
but
stop. No,
I digress.
no.
Lights,
no.
tell us about yourself a little bit. Tell us about your character. We're going to dive right into this thing. Take it away, my friend.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm Lights Fantastic. I started my D&D adventure with a thing called the Red Box, 1981. Elves were a class, dwarves were a class, halflings were a class. Yeah.
I got
So, yeah.
AC, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Thaco to hit ACO.
No, this wasn't even Thaco. This wasn't even Thaco. It had its own little separate bar chart. But yeah, that was a long time ago. So yeah, old. Yes, old. And I've played 5e. 5e is pretty cool. I like some of the things that Cord has said do resonate with me with 5e. I just prefer the customization of Pathfinder. Once I played it, that was it. So.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that backstory. But we were really just asking you to introduce yourself and your character. But that's okay.
I did.
I'm just fucking with you, man. I love you so much. You're amazing.
Except for I didn't say who I was, but everybody should know who I am by now.
Fill us in, Cord. Tell us about. I don't know. I mean, I guess tell us your life story. We're just gonna go. We're gonna have about 30 minutes of this. It's fantastic.
Lights fantastic.
Lights fantastic.
You can call me by my name. Say my name. Say my name.
I can't with you fuckers. I just can't do it. I'm serious face.
Cord, while you're gone, we talked about the Lights Fantastic, and it's got a history.
Origin.
Yeah, an origin. Trip in the Light Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I'm Cord the Destroyer, and I am playing the good Dr. Durden in this campaign here. We are not sponsored by Paizo or Dungeons and Dragons here yet. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Durwolf is
He's
gonna
trying.
Yeah, he'll hopefully tries. And but yeah, Paizo making 5e content, so you can actually play Dungeons and Dragons or 5e rules with the world that Wolf loves so much. Maybe it'll even be great when 5.5 comes out.
Also, little shout out for Cord. He is running an alien RPG over on Darewolf Den, the server that I run and all these wonderful players are a part of. So if you're interested, look for the Looking for Group post. If you're a member of the server, awesome. If you are not, look for it on Reddit on LFG for RPGs, maybe even the Roll20. He's going to have that up, and I'll be a player in that. So if you'd love to play alongside me and have Cord be an awesome game master and do some alien RPG, definitely take a look at that and check it out. And we're really excited. We're probably going to stream it Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, super excited.
With Jaden Derps and who else?
And some other person.
And some other person. Yeah, and some other guy.
I always forget the blade of the Emperor.
Yeah, he was at which you guys would recognize from the Wrath and Glory thing I did. But anyway, we're taking way too long for intros today. Let's go over to Finance and then Jester, and we'll actually get the game started. Go ahead, Finance.
I'm Finance. I'm playing Bear, the Cleric of Gorham. Simple and sweet.
Well played. Well played. Jester, fill us in.
Boring.
I am Jester Jasper. You can call me Jester or Jasper, and I am playing Miminsk with his giant miniature space hamster. Boo!
That is awesome.
But no, I am playing Sumi, the whitish gray panther, and her half-elf companion, Weave.
You forgot Boo's sound.
What does Boo sound like? Just
Anyway, so we pick back up where we last left off, our intrepid adventurers. You all had traveled off to R.I.P. Scarday. I don't know who put that up in the corner, but we're making that bigger. R.I.P. Scarday. There it is.
Wait,
That's
Where?
been
There
there
for
that-
so long.
That's been there for a while. I know.
I literally just noticed that, and that is fantastic. Well played, gentlemen. You got
That
one
was like
over
the
on me.
graveyard, Like we
Oh.
were just gonna keep putting names up there every time someone died.
No, you know what? I just like writing on my DM and GM's pages.
All right. Who
So-
put the Kraken up in the top left?
That was Cord, I'm certain.
That one has been there forever.
Yeah,
Forever
well,
ago.
That's wonderful. So we pivot back to our party. You have taken some time to rest at the sanatorium. There was the mad, were-rat or rat-man, rat-folk person. There was the woman who was speaking in strange riddles, etc. And you guys rested, and then I believe your plan was just to head back to town and look for either Habe or to look for maybe those two gentlemen.
We sent Sumi out to deliver a note either to them on the road so that we could get them to come back here to look after the remaining patients,
Mhm.
or to go all the way back to Sandpoint and then notify the sheriff that somebody needs to come back here and take care of the patients. Because we're kind of like we're acting as the sanatorium staff in lieu of anyone else being there. And so
Are we?
you can rule it however you want if Sumi ran into them and managed to get them back in the night or whatever.
So what I would say is that Sumi returns, but she doesn't return with the two half-orcs who were working with Habe. She actually returns with the sheriff and a couple of town's guard too, and then also a nurse or a lower cleric, an acolyte that comes as well to assist with taking care of the patients. Sheriff Hemlock is there, and he has a very worried look on his face. Well, of course, I will see that everyone here is taken care of, but what did you discover? Any new news? Any leads on who this murderer is?
No, but we did find a necromancer.
Ghouls.
Ghouls? Did you say ghouls?
Would we, before that happened, would we have found anything if we investigated the entire sanatorium? I was going to ask about
We
that.
got the loot from last time, if that's what you're talking
I
about.
gave you the loot. Mhm.
But that
Yeah.
was in the basement though, right? With
That was
All of the
the other
sanatorium.
dude?
Yeah.
Great question.
That was the
All
whole
of
building.
Sanatorium. Yep.
Okay, so as far as finding anything about Habe or his like personal office space or anything about him,
Mhm.
that's what I was going to ask about.
So you actually find a number of. That's actually a great question, Cord. I'm glad you brought up. You did find some records that the sanatorium was and had fallen on some hard times, and the owner, the proprietor, Habe, had taken to allowing a wizard of some ill repute to live in the basement and experiment on some of the patients.
Wizard.
Yes, wizard. He
so
specifically writes,
that's a fine word for a necromancer.
yeah, he specifically writes wizard in the journal, and that the wizard was helping him in finding cures for the patients. But as you all now discovered, the necromancer was turning them into zombies or skeletons, as it were. So not a good man, not a good egg, definitely a bad egg. And other than that, it looks like this necromancer had been, paying him it's nothing crazy. It's not like thousands of gold. It's like 10 gold a week. And Habe had been supplying him with fresh bodies to work on. So there used to be about a dozen patients. Over the last several months, it's dwindled down just to those two, the old woman and the rat folk.
Is Bear
Yeesh.
still blind?
Bear could have been healed by this point. He is no longer blind.
Yeah, we rested, so I prepared to remove blindness.
Yeah.
We rested? Like
Yeah, we long
overnight?
rested. It's the morning.
Okay.
Again, I will preface my question to you all.
Oh.
You mentioned something about
Yeah,
ghouls?
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a really scorched body of a ghoul in there. It was really awesome to kill. I was really cool with it. But yeah, it was a ghoul.
Oh. Well, that may explain what the farmer was talking about in town.
The farmer in town.
Yes, one of the local farmers had arrived in town a bit half out of his mind. He was saying something about walking scarecrows that smelled like death itself. And At first, we thought maybe he had just drank too much, but he went on and described these creatures that over in the farmlands near Whispers Well and, well, directly east from here, that they had taken to slaying some of the other farmers. He came to town seeking help, and, well, it's a bit convenient. We seem to be close enough to, well, where his farm is that you might be able to look into it.
Yes.
Sounds concerning. Oh, we have reason to believe that what is behind the murders in town is, in fact, a gas that may or may not be Chopper undead.
Chopper undead? That's impossible. We burned his body. There's no way that he could have been. Is that possible? And he looks to Bear for some sort of reassurance. You know,
Weave is also looking at Bear like, how do we know that? What are you talking about?
We don't think that this wizard downstairs was the one making undead. I was kind of thinking that was.
Wait, did
what
you
was
say there
going
was
on.
a wizard that was making undead?
There was a necromancer that was stationed underneath the sanitarium. He was extorting the people here and using the subjects here as test subjects. He's been killed and his work has been destroyed. All notes and other references to his foul necromancy have been dealt with.
Yeah, that.
Do we think it was him that was creating these creatures, and now we merely need to?
I turned to
Maybe.
Bear and I'm like, I don't know. Do we think it was him?
I don't think so. Only because the ghoul upstairs, the one that was promptly electrocuted, was talking about it's his lordship. And I don't think that wizard looked like a lord to me.
I will hand over the note that was given that we found on the ghoul. The another letter.
Is it in the same writing as the first letter you found?
Yes, it seems it is. They seem to have a weird fascination with me for some reason, which I'm not too keen on personally.
Fascination with you.
Well, aren't you against undead with whatever you got going on?
I am certainly against undead and necromancy as a whole, but I don't think it really. They're kind of. I wouldn't call them romantic, but they're desiring.
Maybe it's that creepy old man in town named Red that you guys he talks about you a lot.
Does he talk about me a lot?
Don't give
when we were in the pub, yeah.
Don't give Weave any more reason to murder Red.
He did express fascination with necromancy.
Curiosity doesn't mean that he's going to do it.
But it does kill the cat.
But doesn't make undead cats.
Sumi just like giving a mean look.
Curiosity, it's a thing. Sheriff, this you said farmers are dead? Is that what you said?
Yes, one of the farmers, Meister Grump, he arrived in town this morning screaming about these walking scarecrows that were in the fields near his farmstead. And,
Excuse me, what was his name?
Meister Grump.
Meister Grump.
Yes.
Okay.
What a name.
Grump? Grump?
No need to be judgmental.
No, my name's Weave. I understand. But it's just, whatever.
I do love what you're doing with your hair, though.
I suggest that you have the father back in town prepare extra cure disease spells and such and incantations so that you can be safe from a ghoul outbreak in the event of them moving further towards the town. I imagine now that the sanatorium is safe, we would all like to move on and check out the farm to see what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I can give you directions, and the sheriff will give you specific directions to where Meister Grump had mentioned he had seen or even been attacked by some of these walking scarecrows. Now, the good news is that it's pretty early in the day. Obviously you rested for the night, woke up in the morning, waited for them to return, and you have some time just to make your way over to the farmlands and to the Grump.
Before we leave,
farmstead.
Sheriff, have you heard anything from Shalelu?
I have not. Were you expecting?
She went out to investigate where the merchants were attacked. I hope she's all right.
A worried look crosses his face. I mean, it's not uncommon for her to head off and not return for several days. Did she specifically say she'd be returning post haste, or?
I don't think that it was specifically stated, but now that we know that there is ghouls involved and that one bite could potentially spell her death, it might be smart to at least have somebody go check on her, whether that's us or someone from the guard.
I'll look
Make
into it
sure she's
personally.
okay.
I will look into it personally after I stop back in town and speak to Father Zantus about preparing some disease solutions, as it were. But very good. I can't thank you enough again for everything that. Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, one last thing. There's a gas too, not just ghouls.
I believe you mentioned a ghast. You thought it was Chopper, but again,
Did
I suppose I didn't ask my question fully. Can someone be risen as a ghast after being burned?
Did you?
Yeah,
Was he ash or was he just a burnt body?
We
he got burned. He was
burned
burned
him
up.
to a crisp. There was nothing
Was he
left.
ash?
There was nothing left.
That's what
To
they
be fair,
said.
Sandpoint does seem to have a bit of a reputation now with having dead people come back as enemies. That said, is there any other reason to suspect that this is the Chopper?
The only reason I think it's a chopper is because the murders were in line with. what
They
the
are
chopper did.
similar, it is the same symbol and
Here's
such.
what I'll do as well. I'll return to town and speak to Zantus first, and then I'll move off and double check where Shalelu went and ensure nothing bad's happened to her. I then can gather a number of my men and head off to Chopper Isle and see if there's any signs of movement at his old shack.
Do you have the?
He has his own island.
Well, you're familiar with Chopper Isle, aren't you? It's the
No,
island
sorry,
next to
I'm
the old
not
light.
native to Sandpoint.
Forgive me, I thought you knew. So, out of character, there is an island that is just off the coast, kind of near to the old lighthouse, the old light, and that's where Chopper used to live. And once they found out that it was him that was doing it, they chased him down and burned him inside of the building to a crisp. So, yeah.
So wait, they never physically burned him. They burned the house when he was in it.
Correct.
But did they ever confirm that his body was found? Like the remnants of his body.
Bear over here putting on his conspiracy hat and glasses.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we find anything, you'll be the first to know. But if you would, I would greatly appreciate looking into this, especially now knowing that there may be ghouls and ghasts.
I imagine we'll head out immediately unless anyone has any objections.
Let's go.
Let's
Very
do
good.
it.
To the island or to the
To the
farms?
farms.
Farm.
Okay.
Farming. We will go. Let's go.
Does anybody do tours like to Chopper's Island? Is that like go to Sandpoint, see the beach, go see Chopper's Island? It's only a couple.
It's like
silver
touring
pieces.
Alcatraz.
I've
Good
been there as
doctor.
well.
That
Good
is
doctor,
so weird.
Are you making a joke at a time like this?
No, we should go to the farms and kill bad things.
Right. Strange bedside manner.
Have you seen me?
The sheriff narrows his eyes at you for a moment, but he pivots and then he makes his way out, taking his guards, leaving the two of the guards and the acolyte to look after the patients. But you are all able to head off in the direction of the farmlands to go and look at the old Grump farm, as it were.
I'd like to, before we jump to that, I'd like to retcon the night. I don't know if anybody else does anything at night or if anybody prepares anything, but that's special for my character.
Good call.
Dr. Durden crafts every single night. He utilizes a good portion of the night, and as if I take 10, or I don't know what you decided, I pretty much can craft anything I want, because if I take 10, that's a 29 on
As
craft
long as
checks.
you spend the proper gold and
Yep.
whatnot. Absolutely.
And yeah, so I did want to flavor that a little bit for the group.
Yeah,
I'm not
please.
sure where we slept that night, but I guess we slept in the sanatorium and we found some places to sleep.
There's plenty of open beds and rooms and cells
Ground
if you
floor,
want to
yeah, there's
lay in
probably-
them, or
I'm not getting a cell.
As
Yeah.
far as places to sleep, it's probably one of the better places.
I don't know, was anybody, we can retcon it right now, but did anybody watch, or was anybody there to sleep by Dr. Durden?
If you'd like an audience, I will have. So Weave likes to sleep in a hammock, and so Weave can be setting up her hammock while you are doing your thing, so that Weave can witness you.
Okay, just for fun. So
obligatory witness me. I'm done. Continue.
Dr. Durden, like ritual, every single night, if the place is right for it, he starts taking things out of a bag, which looks to be endless. He's taking out all these like little laboratory set pieces and just putting them on the ground as a portable alchemy set that he puts on the ground. He starts setting things up and starts a little fire and starts boiling little bits of liquid. And about half hour into it, he starts shaking his red clawed kind of hand, and this lump of flesh falls out from his wrist and his sleeve and starts crawling around on the floor, and kind of mutates into the form of
God, what is that?
a small rodent that then grows feet and arms and starts moving around and starts assisting with the alchemy. The small rodent, which looks like a rat or a hedgehog, it's kind of gross.
You have a pet shrew, Red?
Yes, his name is Joffrey.
You're sure about that name specifically?
The creature squeaks at you, and he says, "Yes, yes, yes." This one's called Weave. They're very nice.
What color is he?
He's flesh colored. He's like pinks and purples and reds and.
Does it have
whitish.
fur?
It does not. It's all. This is my tumor familiar. So he comes out, and if you do notice, he has prestidigitation, and he has the capability to make things kind of fly around and float, and he knows alchemy as well. And so just flavoring again for the group. Dr. Durden will do some alchemy for maybe about an hour before he goes to bed. And if anybody else is awake, they can witness Joffrey. Joffrey doesn't sleep, so he does alchemy for the rest of the 7 or 8 hours while Dr. Durden is sleeping.
Obligatory, the little like hedgehog flesh monster looks over at Weave and gives a little.
I'm glad I didn't witness that.
Joffrey has prestidigitation, and he also has the cantrip open close, so he can manipulate things fairly well for his small size.
Brilliant.
I'm not entirely familiar with this breed of naked mole rat. I kind of like give Sumi a look like, are you gonna eat this?
Sumi
Sumi's
does
like,
the
no,
classic
I'm not gonna
"Bah."
eat this. Well, it's impressive to see how good your
He probably
pet
doesn't smell
is
great
at potion making. I'm going to go to bed now.
He definitely helps me stay stocked up on everything I need for the next day and all of that.
Weave, as her like after she gets her hammock set up, she's gonna transform into the yin yang panther version of Sumi, where she's black with white spots, where Sumi's kind of white with gray spots, and they're just both gonna hop up into the hammock and just kind of yin yang cuddle in the hammock together for the night.
That's brilliant. And
for those of you who are wondering, can Cord pull off the creepiness and the disgustingness of an alien RPG? Your
Yes.
answer is just been there.
There it is. There it is. Right there. Brilliant.
Probably.
There it is. I'm both nervous and excited at the same time. Well
So if
played.
anybody comes down Osmerding for a pee or whatever in the middle of the night,
Nope.
hopefully
Nope.
you're not disturbed by this little creature doing alchemy in the middle of the
as
night.
you go
haven't seen it
as you
yet.
go to sleep, you just hear.
We've like genuinely considering moving the hammock like another cell over or something just to
And I
get some
imagine
space.
as it walks, you can like hear its skin stretching,
Kind of like
a little bit.
fleshy, plappy,
Fleshy,
you know,
yeah,
like
it's
Yeah.
gross, real bad. But it has a very tiny, little mousy voice as well. I think is perfect. So well played, Cord. I can't add anything else.
He makes an unstable accelerant for me, and I also make a blood boiling pill.
Cool. Right on. The next morning, as you guys have now just had your interaction with the good Sheriff Hemlock,
Mhm.
and he's gone off to do his meeting with Father
To the
Xanthus.
farm.
Go look. You're heading off to the farm. The day itself, slightly overcast. The sun has risen. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning or so. And it's a pretty warm day for late fall. It's probably about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 65. So a little crisp, but decently warm. And there's just a tiny amount of this morning mist, a very, very thin layer, but there's this morning mist. The dew is kind of burning off as the sun rises. And because there's a little bit of cloud cover, it's not burning off as quickly as you might expect. But as you make your way towards the farm, you reach these just rolling fields of hay and corn and all different manner of tall stock kind of, food and what's the term for farm stuff? Anyway, farmland.
Produce.
Produce. Thank you. Produce. Wow. Words. And as you make your way, you're following the directions that the good Sheriff Hemlock gave to you, and you come to a section where you know precisely, give or take, not precisely, but give or take, where this farmstead, this Grump farmstead you're supposed to head to, but it's in the middle of these tall, I'm talking 9-foot tall stalks of corn, but there are these paths that actually lead through, kind of similar to where you see these little houses on the map, right? But you have to go through these paths and
into
find
the
your way
corn
towards it.
maze.
Into the corn maze, as it were, is what you're doing. So
Watch out
as
for
you
the
all
children.
make your way into the corn maze, wow, 2 additional bots that I have to now go and ban. Fantastic, absolutely.
You're moving up in the world.
I know. I'm getting more bot action. That is wonderful. Let's see here. So we got to go over here. We're going to click on this person. We're going to ban them. There we
Red,
go.
You're not a very built person, but back there you kind of beefed up and smashed through a wall. How do you do that?
Oh, it's because I'm a demon. Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I mean, I like half demon. It's,
Wow.
or devil. I really don't know. Devils and demons. I mean, I feel like they're kind of the same, but they're not, because there's like a
Don't
war
tell
going
that to
on, right?
devils and demons.
Yeah, there's like a war going on, and some are from the abyss, and some are from like the hells. It's a controversy, I think. Not really my thing. I'm more into sciences, not lore and knowledge and religion, maybe a bit. Just not my thing. Never really looked into it.
Wolf.
So you
I
can.
I used to have skin just like you, but my excessive drinking and smoking and I ingest a lot of things. My skin has just been turning brighter and brighter red over the years.
Oh, I should be at full health. I had enough healing to full heal before you.
Yeah, I think I need to just go to full health as well.
I had some channels left I could have used.
Okay.
Yeah, the moist granny bot, that really caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a weird
That
name.
is aggressive. That is an aggressive name.
Moist granny, nice.
Don't really know what to say about that. I'm kind of uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. But moving on.
That one bot immediately got its account removed, by the way.
Oh, did it? Good.
The second one, Sengoku.
I'm glad. I reported and banned them both. So moving on. But with that being said, you've made your way into this corn maze, as we've put it, and you are walking. It's meandering ever so slightly, and then you come to a crossroads. But I'd like everyone to make perception checks here, please.
Perception.
Now you realize I'm
That's-
like
that's
3'4", wearing corn.
You can be on my
that's
shoulders.
9 feet tall.
Correct.
There we go. That's Weaves.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't see
Osmerding,
through the
fantastic. Sumi, fantastic. Weave, being so in tune with Sumi, you would recognize that the back of her fur has started to go up. She's starting to crouch low, and there's a low rumbling kind of growl that she's starting to emanate out. Quiet enough to where if you're not standing next to her, you wouldn't hear it, but she senses something. Osmerding, you can
I think
hear
I also
it.
see it because you're getting the numbers a little bit mixed up.
No, we've been.
Oh, we've got the 27. Excuse me. That's Weaves. So Weave,
Me-
you
me
hear
and
it
Sumi.
as well. You both hear it. The two of you. Everyone else is busy talking about the weird flesh puppet that Cord has. Dr. Durden
Bear's
has.
like, well, demon, demon or devil, which is it? Why? You know?
And you hear that telltale sign of someone running, that something or someone running very quickly or moving very quickly through the corn. And as you look over a good 30 or so feet away, you can see in pretty much every direction corn stalks shaking back and forth. And you can hear what sounds like creatures moving on all fours.
We're surrounded, and I put a hand on anyone I can touch near me.
Your undead sense, which goes out how many feet?
60, I want to say, might be
Yeah,
30.
It starts pinging. It
Can
starts
I cast a
pinging.
spell as she tells me?
Absolutely. You guys are going to get
60.
you're going to get
Yeah.
around to act
60.
and prepare yourselves. But there is a number of ghouls that are making their way up towards you. And
Undead
if-
all around us.
and that time, we're going to drop into some initiative, and we're going to get going.
Make sure to click your token before rolling the initiative.
Oh my god. We're surrounded.
I am going to. The spell I'm casting is Contagious Seal on myself. Which I need to make a buff for, because I didn't do that.
I
Got me.
I don't have my health above my head. I don't know if you just haven't done that yet, but
yeah, I've noticed that as well.
we'll... There we go.
So
Test.
just,
Thank you, Corey, for the reminder. All right, let me make sure I get all these ghouls in the initiative. Hold on. So many ghouls,
No.
so little time. Are there good ghoul-related puns?
No. No,
nope,
we're not doing
nope,
that
there's
again.
none actually.
None, zero.
Zero.
Doesn't exist.
Yep.
Not a real thing. Can't happen. I like it.
I hear a lot of initiatives. I'm scared. Oh, gee, whiskers.
The fact
Alright.
that you're obsessed with puns, it's kind of ghoulish.
And there it is.
No.
All right. Well played. I think that's really the only
And-
one there is. I don't think we're going to go down that rabbit hole because I think that's really the only one there is that makes any sort of logical sense. And I love it. So I'm going to drag this over here. And, my friends, I'm giving you all one full round of action to use as you see fit. You can hear these ghouls around you. You have a very good idea that they're moving in, but you cannot currently see them until they reach the edge of the corn. So imagine that the corn is like a fog cloud or some sort of mist that you can't really see through. You get that 5 feet. You can see them at the edge of 5 feet, but you cannot see them from where you're currently standing. However,
Is it
we
difficult
would sense
terrain
them.
to move through it?
It is indeed difficult terrain.
Okay.
I don't see Sumi on the map.
Sumi's
I
right
see
behind
Sumi
me.
on the
Oh,
map.
there she is. Okay. I had something covering it up.
So my turn, I guess, was casting
Yep.
that spell.
Bear would go first. He casts a spell. What is Sumi doing?
We really can't do anything until they get closer.
That'd be ghastly. Ah, Blau. Well played.
Bam.
I'll
Well played.
Sumi will be deferring to Weave. Nothing on this first round.
Very
A
good.
defensive stance. So if they get to sue me before she does anything, so
Very good,
she's
very
full
good.
defensive.
Very good. All right. How's meriting?
I was meriting first jumps down off a bear. So that means I guess I would be actually right here.
Yep, I like that.
And pulls out a wand and says a word, and I'm not gonna come up with a word. Says a word. And he does mage armor on himself.
Ooh,
Nice.
aren't you sassy?
Yes, I is.
What is Dr. Desmond Darkvale Durden doing?
Am I familiar with what? So we're told. What we're told that they're undead.
Undead all around us, is what I say.
I'm just in preparation. I'm just thinking if they're ghouls, and I don't know if I'm metagaming too much, but do they? I have anti-plague. Do they spread disease or anything like that?
They do. You would know they spread ghoul fever.
Okay, so I do know that. Is that a disease? Is that
We
considered?
talked about that last session.
Yep.
Like Bear brought it
Yeah.
up or something.
That
and
is
so
absolutely a disease.
we
Okay.
all know that there's the ghoul disease that the ghouls could give us.
All right, so
In
I
character.
am going to drink a vial of this foul-tasting milky tonic that gives me a +5 alchemical bonus on fortitude saves against disease for the next hour.
Oh my god, that sounds
Do you
amazing.
have any more of those?
Can you
are
share?
you asking me?
Did
I have one.
you bring enough for the class?
You
bunch of
can't have
anti-
it unless you have enough to share with the whole party. Okay.
I have a
The
lot.
whole class.
I have a lot more antitoxin than I have anti-plague. I have so I drink this one and I have now one more, so I just subtracted that.
I like
It's
it.
antitoxin. That one's for poison.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And let's see here. Who's up next? And
It is I.
believe
Weave.
we are Weave. What is Weave doing?
I'm going to cast Cat's Grace on myself and Sumi at the same time because we have shared casting now.
Right.
And like I reach down and I touch Sumi and kind of like her feline attributes kind of perk up a little bit. Like her ears get a little bit floofier, tail's a bit longer, her claws a bit bigger, and my eyes turn into cat eyes and stuff like that. And I have a little bit of that Cat's Grace in me. So we both share Cat's Grace.
I like it. And then we are back. The top of the round with ghoul number 1. Bursting forth out of the corn, you see a ghoul around the corner. Now, what's interesting about this ghoul is it's dressed like a scarecrow. It looks like it's got a little straw hat. It's got a little beard on it. And
If only I had some
just-
brains.
and it's just lunging towards you guys, and it's just gonna move right up next to you, but that's a double move for it, so it gets right up next to Bear, and it's actually Bear's turn now.
All right, at the start of my turn, I choose somebody within close range to also get the benefits of Contagious Seal, which will be Sumi.
What does that do so I can add a buff for it?
She gets a D6 temp hit points, which I should give myself, because I forgot.
Okay.
Sweet.
Ooh, nice.
And a +2 morale bonus to weapon attack rolls and damage rolls.
Damn. That's better than
Hey.
And +4 against fear saves.
Very nice. Very nice.
+4 against fear?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't specify on will saves, it just specifies on saving throws against fear.
Very good.
I will now give this man the boops. The boops!
Oh, Lord. And what are you wielding again? Remind me.
The greatsword.
Ghoul lunges forward, and you're just like, and whip, and it's just, and it's cut in half. One half lands at Osmeriting's feet, and the other half tumbles into the corn, knocking over a few stalks. And it is, that's one dead ghoul, good sir. That is, you are aggressive with your swing,
I've been critting
sir.
so many times.
You know what? You're making up for all of that other guy who we don't speak about anymore because he is, up in, I don't know, wherever he is. I digress. But anyway, that was
Down in the 9 hells.
down in the, wow. Oh my god. That is, wow. Okay. I mean, to teach their own, I suppose, is the way it works. But next up, we have a couple of ghouls will be making their way towards
What was the
you
name of
with
that again? What was the name of the
wild
spell? Sorry, Bear?
Contagious
Or-
Zeal.
Contagious Zeal.
Yes.
Okay.
And next up, we have an additional ghoul, which is going to similarly move out, and this is going to take its 2 actions to double move up to there, because that's really all it can do. Sumi, you're up next.
Sumi has just finished getting her new buff. I guess I'll just have Sumi move up. I can't do that without provoking an attack of opportunity. I
She
want
has a big chili in
to.
AC.
Yeah. Do I want to? Do I want to do it? I'll do it. I'll have Sumi run up and around behind this ghoul, provoking attack of opportunity.
The ghoul is going to swing wildly with one of its clawed and vicious-looking hands, rolling a 20, which I believe
Nope.
is a miss.
23 is the number to beat today.
Swing and a
with
miss.
Cat's grace. All right, and then Sumi is just going to give it a little paw swipe in the back. Just a
I like it.
nice.
25 for 6. Solid blow. Sumi's claw just buries itself into its back, tearing away some of the undead rotten flesh, and the straw kind of like shirt that it's wearing is just torn off and actually revealing its undead, gray, rotten looking flesh. And next up we have an additional ghoul.
Does it
Makes
look
its
like
way up.
ghouls bleed? Just as a question.
It does not. It does not
Okay.
look like they bleed. Great question. This one moves out, getting over to here. Osmeridan, you're up next.
Well, there's one in front of me, and you know, he's going to try to jump on its back. 18.
Smells pretty bad, but
Yeah,
make
it's
it happen.
pretty good. And
Make
so
a
he's
hold
on-
your nose check.
He's on his. He's
18
on his
is
back,
good enough. 18 is good enough.
and he's just going to.
Just waving
To
its arms,
stab.
trying to claw at you.
He's going to stab with the dagger.
Oh my gosh! And you just
Ow,
shank,
okay.
shank, right into its skull. Just flip, and you ride it down to the ground and just stab. And
Who
that is
needs a
another
flanking friend?
defeated ghoul. Holy
Who
crap!
needs a flanking friend if everyone just crits?
How do you
And I
land?
landed.
How do you
And I
land,
landed on my
Osmeridan?
feet.
You
Oh,
like-
he just jumps off and
Brilliant.
right
Absolutely
next to
brilliant.
it. It's like.
This one here actually had enough movement to get over it and is going to take a swipe at Sumi for an 11.
Nope.
Swing goes wide. Bursting forth out of the tree line is this one who's going to swipe at Osmerding. 20.
No.
Swing and a miss. Last, we got this guy over here. He's going to make his way out. And we got the good Dr. Desmond.
Okay. I standing in the back there, looking all around, and we got a whole bunch up there in the front. And he's going to start pulling things, regents from his coat there, and something starts fizzing right next to him, and he's going to throw a bomb at this guy right there.
Okay.
This is a regular one that just does fire damage.
All right.
And let's see.
You have precise bombs?
I do.
Thank you.
So I have we haven't talked about all these yet, but I guess I'll talk about them right now while we're discussing that. So I have precise shot. I have point blank shot. I have precise bomb, so I don't take any of the negatives for throwing into melee.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I can select up to 4 spots around a bomb hit that don't affect creatures, right?
Up to your int mod, yeah.
Precise bomb, so I can select a number of squares up to my intelligence modifier that aren't affected by splash damage, and I do have precise bombs, which allows me to throw into melee without taking the -4 penalty on attack roll.
Perfect.
So,
Let's make
Yep.
the attack roll then. Let's go for it.
so I throw at that guy. Yep, and
Remember your point blank shot bonuses.
Yep, it's all added in there. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, within 30 feet. So that is an 18 against versus touch.
That is a hit.
All right, and is that the right damage?
3d6 plus 5, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
3d6 plus 5.
What do
So you
your
take
bombs look like, Dr. Durden?
So this is just a they look like different things at different points, but this one right here looks like a little ceramic pot. It's about the size of a ball, like a child's ball. Is there baseball in Galeria? I don't
Sure,
know.
why not?
Yeah.
Canon now there's baseball. I want to watch a game. He throws this this beige colored pot that's about the size of his hand or fist, and he tosses it in the air. You can see like a little bit of fizz, like smoke coming out of it, and it just smashes into that guy, and there's a very localized explosion, and I don't know if it makes all that much sound. You'll have to tell me. And just
There's
explodes all over this guy.
It's like a smaller version of a fireball. There's like a little like a foof, and then bursts into flames.
The liquid fire just starts falling all over his body.
Now, does that have area of effect?
It does. So splash damage. So this guy and this guy both need to make reflex saves of DC 16 to half the damage.
Well, the splash is minimum damage, right?
Yep, minimum damage. To half it though. So the 18 is good. The other one is.
And what is
not,
your
probably.
minimum damage on that? Looks like it's a 6.
8.
Oh, 8. Nice.
It is 8.
Okay. So one takes 8 and one only takes 4. But yeah,
Correct.
You see the one just take this full blast of that splash effect, growling and snarling, and the other one kind of leaps back away from it and just singes its fingers and its hands. Weave, you're up next. It's Bomball. Exactly, Elrath. It's Bomball.
I'm going to kneel. No, I'm going to get onto my knees here, and then press my hands into the dirt, and all of the corn in the area starts writhing as I cast Thorny Entanglement. I'm going to cast it down here so we're not included, so it reaches all the way up here. All of the corn bursts out with thorns and starts flailing thorns everywhere, attacking everyone.
God, I love it. I love it.
It's a 40-foot radius.
I don't even know what to say. That is so good. That is so good.
All the ones that are inside of it, which are all of these 4, are just immediately going to take 2d6. And then anything that takes a turn within 15 feet of it is going to take another. It's going to get attacked with a ranged attack for another 2d6 if I can hit.
Absolutely friggin' fantastic.
Do you want me to roll the damage for each one individually, or just as a group?
Just doing one for all of them. I think that's absolutely perfect.
So that's 8 damage to those 4 that start their turn there.
How much?
8 damage to those 4.
Do they get a save?
Nope, no save.
Perfect.
You just stay.
The
as
one
long
that
as they're
was
in the
mostly burned discorporates, just falls apart into a pile of nastiness. The one that was partially burned looks like it's about to fall over, but it's still barely standing. This one up over here takes that full blast, obviously, and you hear one in the cornfield growling and snarling as the corn turns into this thorny vines and it wraps around, writhing and slashing. Now, does that act like entangle as well, meaning that they're entangled? Perfect. Excellent.
You'll have to do a reflex for that, though.
Yes, that's what the reflex is for.
Perfect. And what's your DC?
17.
Well, it's definitely higher than a 7. That one's going to be free. This one's also going to be free. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the one that is currently grappled by the thorns. So imagine, if you will, that it's standing on the edge of this little, like, the little pathways, this dirt roads, and the thorns, the corn almost seems to animate.
The corn itself.
Like just like reaches out, wraps around it, and starts tearing it apart, and the stalks turn into these large, nasty-looking spikes and little thorns and start to tear away at its flesh. Beautiful. Next up, we have this one who's going to be able to actually get over to here. He's going to take a swing on Durden, trying to bite him.
I'm going on its turn. The thorns get to try and make an attack on it. So that's what they're going to do. It's 1d10 plus my spellcasting.
The one, that went up to that far to where it was.
Yeah, it's 15 feet away from the entangle. Was that?
Oh, wow.
No, this can throw them 15 feet.
Yeah, I can throw them 15 feet from the entangle.
Right.
So from the edge of it. You could rule it if you want, like it's 20 feet. So if you want to say that it's too far, it's okay.
That one I would say is too far. And it's rolling a 20 on
15,
Durden.
yeah.
Does that hit you, good sir?
20, I believe so. Let me double check.
That
But
spell
yes,
is
19
just
AC.
convoluted.
There's a lot going on with that spell, yeah.
So I'm gonna get hit.
No, it's attacking Durden.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna get hit by the tank.
Would that hit Bear?
I guess it's DM discretion if
So
I control whether
my
they attack
understanding,
indiscriminately.
and please, my understanding was that you had set it to where it was hitting everybody on the south side of the map. If I misunderstood, we can.
I summoned it, so like this entire area is now difficult terrain, but the
Entangled.
thorns can throw 15 feet spikes. So
Yeah.
outside of the area that it's been made, they can throw another 15 feet beyond that. So it's actually like a 55-foot range spell, basically.
Then I would say yeah, it can go ahead and make an attack roll for sure.
Yeah, I was.
Well, that
confused by
guy's
I couldn't read
that
it.
guy's another 20 feet away.
Okay.
So
I would
what the real
say-
what Bear's asking is does it discriminate between friendly players and enemies?
I would think
Any
so.
creature that moves within 15
any.
feet of the spell's area is attacked once on its turn by the animated
Oh,
plant.
so it'd
There
be
you
on
go.
my turn. I get hit.
Okay. Well, that one is hitting you, Dr. Durden.
Any that
for
moves
8
within
damage,
15 feet.
For 8 damage. So I need you to go ahead and make a fortitude save, please. 2 of them.
All
actually.
right, 2 of them. Did it hit me twice? I guess.
Just make 2 fortitude saves, please.
All right. Do I get to add the +5? I guess
For the first one, yes.
against disease?
The second one, no.
All right. Where the hell is that under defenses? Right, I thought. All right, so here is the first one, and there's the second one.
16 is good. 11 is unfortunately not bad, and you feel your
Which
muscles.
one gets the +5?
The first
First
one.
one.
You feel your muscles begin to really seize up, and unfortunately, at this point, you are now paralyzed. You are now paralyzed, which is
So
unfortunate.
debilitating.
Unfortunate. And you will be paralyzed for 4 rounds.
Oh.
4 rounds, my friend. And the
Stop
ghoul,
it.
its long, almost like serpent-like tongue comes out and like licks the side of your face, and it just looks like almost like a vampire in this moment. It looks very hungry. And you also take 8 damage, my friend. Next up is this
Gotcha.
one, who is going to move. The thorns are going to make an attack roll against it.
Yeah, so that's my wisdom modifier, so +4. So d20 +4, so that's 19.
That'll hit.
That's your cash level 2.
Okay, well, either way, 2d6, so 8 damage to that one as it moves.
This ghoul back here is not trapped, but is going to try to move through, and I believe has to make with the Entangle spell, it has to make a combat maneuver check? Is that what it is? Or is it
think it's
acrobatics?
Reflex. Or
Reflex.
something.
Okay, it's going to make its reflex save. It was a DC 17. We're going to
Yeah.
see if it can actually move. It does not. It is stuck in place right where it is.
And it ends its turn in there, so it takes 2d6 points of damage.
Love it.
7
And
damage.
That one, you hear another ghoul get torn apart by these animated vines. Brilliant. Bear, you're up next.
This is
Wow.
dangerous.
I'm going to go to a very familiar place among people in this chat called Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, I'm also going to choose Oz to be the next person to get Contagious Zeal.
Okay.
Is it only 1 turn?
No, so it's a round per level to start with, but every round, I choose a person to get it until the end of the duration.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
So
weird
Sumi
spell.
doesn't have it anymore.
No,
and
she
now...
does.
Oh,
She
Okay.
has it,
it contagiously spreads to who he wants.
Oh, I understand.
but they
Okay.
all end at the end of my duration.
Okay.
So start with the guy up next to good old Durden.
Oh. Oh no.
No. I'm gonna hero point because I'm
That's
probably gonna
fair.
die if I don't.
That's fair. I like your mindset. Much better. You cut that one in twain, and it's gone.
Funny.
Cleveland.
And you cut the other. Wow, very similar roll. Very similar roll. I'm thinking you copy and pasted that into the chat, but you know what? We're gonna allow it. We're gonna let it happen. That was glorious. So, moving your greatsword one wide swip, you bring it up and right over Durden's head. It actually scrapes one of his horns. There's little sparks as you cut the one down next to him and then carry through that blade, slicing the other one in half as well, slaying both creatures. Sumi, you're up next. She's a kitty.
I'm so confident this one's just gonna die.
Oh,
That's right in
Penny,
front
by
of
the way.
Sumi. What?
Oh yeah.
have to
Make
shoot
an
me with
attack roll
thorns.
on bear.
With a +9.
Does that count as movement? Well, I'll
Yeah.
do it.
I end my turn.
Move.
Okay. +9. So 23.
Hits me by 1.
All right. Roll some damage.
5
So a
damage.
giant thorn flies out and strikes you right in the side, kind of burying itself in your side.
Alright, so I'm at 1 temp HP. Oh, Oz, roll your d6 for temp HP.
Yeah, so I was looking at the spell, so I know what it was going on. Yay, 2.
I'll have Sumi do a paw swipe on the entangled one.
Sumi slashes, tearing away some of the vines as well, but also just claws that one open, and it is pulled back into the cornfield, and you just hear crunching noises.
Corn will feast tonight.
The corn is hungers, yes. And then Osmerding, you're up next.
I'm going to jump onto that one,
Love it.
if I may.
Perfect. Done.
Yeah.
You're on its back.
And then I'm on his back, so will I get sneak or no?
Yeah, you're flanking with
Yeah, 'cause
with Weave.
With weave, yeah, there we go. Yes, that helps.
And you have your staff in your hand, right, Weave?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, yes, rod.
I'm gonna go to Shivtown.
26 for 6. That is perfect. It is still
+6.
standing, though. You once again go right for the brain pan. Just
For
stab,
12.
stab. And it
12.
is still up. 12 damage. I saw the 12. 6 and
Okay,
6.
okay.
I got you. But it's
Okay.
still barely standing. And in fact, it's now that one's turn. And it is going to go to Clawtown. And it's going to try to
Does
claw you.
a 17 hit you, Oz? As these plants keep firing at everyone?
It's going to crit you.
No. Who, me?
It doesn't confirm, but it does get a hit. And then it gets 2 claw attacks on you, and one of those does hit. So you're getting hit with a claw and a bite, and for the bite, I need you to give us 2 fortitude saves, please.
Oh, God.
Is that me?
That's
Yes.
you, Osmerding.
Okay, I get a +4. I think it's because I'm on his back. No, it's +2 because I'm on his back. So at 22, so the second that 23 does not hit,
Does not hit. Okay, perfect.
but the 26 does, and that's the bite.
Mhm.
That's the bite.
That is the bite.
Okay,
6
so
damage.
fortitude number 1, 15.
You are good. You are
20.
good. You are not ghoul fevered or paralyzed in this moment, which is
Hey,
fantastic.
motherfucker! You need to brush those things. Those
Calm
nasty.
down. This one here, who wasn't trapped by the
Does a
corner
20 hit that ghoul, by the way?
that ghoul right there, by the way, the last one, and we're gonna get to that other one here as it shoots out at it. But that one that's in the cornfield, you once see it get dragged into the corn. It is super dead, super dead. It had 1 HP and rolled a 1 on its reflex save, so just going, just dragging it off. Yeah.
Just children of the corn.
And what was the hit? 20. Yeah, that
Just
hits
20.
it. And Oz, the one that is attacking you, gets thorns.
3
to death.
damage. Okay.
Weave, you sense one more ghoul near you. Just one.
Yeah, but I want to go out into the corn about it. I don't think I have anything that can really help paralysis, unfortunately.
I do.
Yeah.
One, dismiss the thorns.
Yeah, I guess I'll just dismiss the thorns. It's far enough away. That's a good idea. I dismiss the thorns, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else with my turn here.
Yeah, I like it.
Just because I'm not the best at fighting.
And
I'll cast guidance on Oz.
you hear a howl. You hear a howl, and it sounds like it's coming from deeper towards the direction, kind of in this cornfield where the farmstead is. You hear this howl. And that last ghoul, you can sense it, Weave, moves off in the opposite direction from you guys, and then pivots, heading south towards the farmstead. And that howl
It's
is the
retreating
same
to the
howl.
farm.
It's retreating to the farm. And as that ghoul runs off and the corn reverts itself back, you see a couple of these crushed and ripped apart, thorny-looking, these ghoul scarecrows that if, upon a further investigation, you'd recognize that they're wearing some farmer's clothing, and likely some of the farmers of this area were turned into these ghouls. But with that, I think this is a great spot to take a quick 10 to 15 minute quick intermission so that the game master and the other players can grab some water, use a bathroom break, and maybe grab a snack. To those at home, I encourage you to do the same, and we'll be back with part 2 of Session 10 of Rise of the Runelords, Chapter 2, Skinsaw Murders here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Stick around, everybody.
I serve the corporate interest.
That's true,
Yeah,
you do.
exactly. I don't know how you want to play that. I've played it twice, but the captain can give orders to like the engineer or somebody and say, "Hey, I need you to take care of this," and the corporate liaison comes in and says, "Hey, well, in the interest of the corporation, I need you to prioritize and to take care of this." Well, the captain said that, and then, well,
Nano Treason is your direct employer. Do you want the money or not?
see,
my
why aren't
God.
you playing in this game?
You should be playing in that game. That's
You
great,
should.
Chester. You're on fire. That's like your voices. Oh my God. How do you do it? How do you do it?
Yeah.
I don't know how you even did that voice. That was good. Can you do it again? Was that just like a one-time thing?
I need a line though. Is the Your reactor coolant does not matter. What matters is the payment.
Yes.
That's so good, dude. You should be in Star Trek. That's perfect. That is
Wayland
so
Yutani
perfect.
pays your paycheck.
Oh, these hound dogs. Yeah, so we are waiting on Finance Potato to get back. He had to step away for a quick phone call. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a little bit of a scene with you guys making your way through the cornfield. And Bear is characteristically, it's not uncharacteristic, it's characteristically, he is quiet at this moment. I'd like to see what is Weave and Dr. Durden, what are they talking about as you make your way through the cornfield towards the farmstead?
I've never quite seen. I was a bit too tired at the time, so I didn't really question it, if I'm being entirely honest. But I've never quite seen whatever that was. It looked kind of like a shrew or a naked mole rat. I pride myself in familiarity with the creatures of the forest. What is that?
Well, so I mean, all creatures are made, they whether it's through procreation or that dirty thing there, but they're all made and they come from some location, right? They're born or they're
Sure.
summoned or they're just built. I I experimented. I got fired from that clinic, by the way. But they just don't understand these kind of things.
Wait, you made Joffrey?
Yeah. He's I'm like his father, you know, and his mother as well.
What was?
This little thing, like you see this lump
Joffrey?
start appearing on the side of my neck, and you see kind of like a head kind of push out of my neck a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see it do that last time. Ooh.
Joffrey, you're scaring them. You're scaring them. And Dr. Dern like pats his neck, smacks it, and it disappears. I applied an experimental alchemical creation, which I do have the notes, and I have that down for. But I applied it to my back for 7 days exactly, and he just came to life. And as you can see, he detaches and everything. And
that's disgusting.
But he's the best of all pets and best of all friends. We have good conversations. You don't have to feed him. He doesn't take shits. He heals off of my own flesh and blood.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hey Bear, how's it going? Let's talk about the fact that you turned into a bear the other day.
No, we're not talking about that anymore.
Are you a werebear?
I don't think I'm a werebear.
Are you a werebear?
I'm a who bear.
Are you a werebear?
I'm a who bear.
Where's
the Who Bears down in Who Bearville, the tall and the small.
Where's werebear?
I would like you guys to know that Joffrey does create a lot of the alchemical creations that I administered to myself, and that you guys
truly gifted. I saw last night in the creation of such things. I'm kind of disturbed by its origins, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't like to throw around the word abomination, but I do feel that this falls under the category of abomination.
A half version of the little tiny weasel monster like pokes its head out of the side of your neck and winks at Weave and then retracts back inside.
So, how'd you turn into a bear, huh? Come on.
Gorham granted me the ability.
You're a werebear.
No, I'm not a werebear.
I think you're a werebear. Okay. Does it happen when it's a full moon, or you can control it? Well, obviously
I did it in the middle of the day.
They did it in a fight, yeah. So obviously you can control it. That's so cool that you're a werebear. Wait till we get back to Sandpoint. Well, because I don't want to talk about what they're talking about.
I mean, I don't want to talk about what they're talking about either.
You imbibed something before that last fight, Red. Was that beneficial, or was it purely a drug of habit?
I'm definitely Dr. Durden, but
oh, sorry,
yes, that was anti-plague.
Anti-plague.
Yep, it's still going right now.
That seems kind of beneficial when fighting ghouls. Do you have more?
I do. I have one more. I mean, Joffrey can create more tonight, but I mean, he can create more right now, but I wouldn't want to leave him here with all the equipment, you know, in the middle of this cornfield.
Who do we feel is the most susceptible to getting bitten? We can give them the other anti-plague.
Now, I have that, and I also have what I like to call, most people in the profession call it Twitch tonic. It gets rid of that paralysis that I was dealing with, but mine went really quickly, so it's more of an emergency kind of thing. You can't drink it yourself. I mean, Joffrey can you know, use it on us. We're kind of the same person, but I can administer to somebody else as well in the midst of combat.
All right.
So,
I personally would nominate Bear to take the anti-plague.
The disease isn't what's the issue for me, it's the paralysis.
Well, unfortunately, if you get paralyzed, you can't really, it's hard to like get the thing down your gullet while your hands don't move. But if you do get paralyzed, I will run to your rescue, and we'll get it in you somehow.
And at the mention of "we'll get it in ya," the mention of "we'll get it in ya," we
for the quote book.
arrive at that's quotable. What's a good pun about that? I digress. So with that being said, we move over and we see that you are walking down a pathway, this wooden, dirt path with corn rising, and then the cornfields end and it opens up into a wide circular area. It's a good football field in diameter, 300 feet, pretty much almost a perfect circle. And in the center of this perfect circle is a barn, a large barn. It's got huge red wooden doors, looks to be in very good shape. Again, the sun has risen up at this point. It's maybe about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You've been traveling for some time. You had the encounter with the ghouls, and then you see this farmhouse as well. And there's these little lanterns that are lit but are burning low on both the farmhouse as well as the barn itself. And I'd like everyone to make perception checks again.
Perception. I have those.
Weekly reminder that Weave can see undead and a bunch of other things within 60 feet through walls.
So you are seeing a large number of ghouls milling about by the edge of the corn, and you're not exactly where you are on the battle map. You're a little ways off, just at the edge of the corn, maybe about 100 feet or so away from these ghouls, and they're milling about, look to be maybe gnawing on things. And also with that 29 Osmeriting and that 31 Perception Weave, you would hear some additional sounds coming from the barn. It sounds like the tearing of flesh, maybe the gnawing or eating of something, and it's very visceral, very bestial in its nature. From the actual barn, from the actual farmhouse itself, you hear singing coming from the farmhouse, and it's sung in Varisian, and it's a very playful kind of love song, as it were. And if you speak Varisian specifically, you would hear and recognize this as a wedding melody.
And does any of us speak?
I think by default, if you're from Varisia, you speak Parisian.
There you go. So if you're from Varisia, you understand this. And in fact, I think it would be funny if we've, maybe understood this. It's a song you haven't heard in a while, but it's a I want to marry you, and you've said yes song. It is sung very passionately and sweetly from the side.
Is we from Varisia?
I'm from the Ashwood.
Okay.
So that's not the same as Thessalonian, is it?
It is not.
No.
Okay.
It's a regional dialect.
It's like common, but
specialized common.
It's like Boston mixed with New York.
Yeah,
New York.
It's like, hey, you said yes, you're gonna marry me. I'm feeling happy as can be. It's good.
I'm Mario, and this is my brother Luigi Mario. I don't think I'm not going to say anything yet, but anyone who's looking at me sees visible discomfort on Weave's face.
Sumi rubs up against your right leg in comfort and support.
Scritch, scritch, scritch.
So you see these ghouls, they're milling about. You hear the ghouls inside the barn, and you hear this sweet, loving singing coming from the farmhouse. How do you guys want to proceed?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to go one of the two places. That singing sounds pretty cool.
It does not sound nice to me.
I can't see Weave because she's behind me.
So
love me, say that you love me.
God,
Fool me.
No.
all right,
No.
on that note, I'm going to reach. I'm going to reach out to the darkness.
I don't care about anyone else but ghoul.
I'm gonna claw my ears out.
All right, so this is I'm going to reach out to the darkness, and out of thin air, you see like a dark shape that symbolizes a helmet as I put it over myself, and my eyes start to glow red as I cast Deathly Juggernaut on myself.
That sounds
Deathly.
terrifying.
What is? Yeah, what's that? What's that all about?
He's about to turn into a bear.
No.
Werebear.
He's a werebear.
Werebear 2.0.
And I'm also going to bull shrink myself.
Are we still 3 hours from the last fight?
You're about 30 minutes from the last fight.
Okay, so I've still got mage armor on. Yay.
Mr. Bear, can I give you alchemical creation real quick? I don't know if it'll work here, but it's called mellow root. Are you familiar?
Mellow root.
Mellow root. You know,
What
like
does that
mellow
do?
yellow. It's this orange paste. It tastes like shit, but if you eat it for about an hour, you're not afraid of anything.
Oh, sweet. I'm
And
not afraid of anything usually, but sure.
but yeah, but the side effect is you're really not afraid of things, and if you try to run away from like bad things, your brain tells you got to keep fighting.
Side effects may include, but are not limited to, blurred vision, implosive
Oh.
diarrhea.
Yes, you may shit yourself later.
All right. Well, I'm ready to fight whatever's over here.
So I'll give you a dose of
Yeah,
mellow
sure.
root 1. You don't have to use it now, but you can hold on to it. It gives you a +5 versus fear
Do you
effects.
do voiceovers? Because that was perfect, man. That was so good. They include. That was great.
+5 against fear effects. However, while under the effects of mellow root, you must make a DC 15 will save throw when you try to leave a threatened area of an opponent.
While under
If
the
you
effects of
fail,
Mellow Root, it is encouraged that you do not fight ghouls.
if you fail the saving throw, you cannot leave the threatened area with that action, but do not lose the action.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take that.
I will be casting Cat's Grace on me and Weave, and at the same time, I'm just going to be like, I'm really not enjoying the wedding song, especially with all the notes that we've been reading that have been very me-centered.
Fly me to the ghoul. Let me
There's-
sing among the ghouls.
Wow.
Let me
How-
love you deeply and sweetly, my ghoulish bride.
Can you
How
go back to
close do
singing the
we-
Cardigan song?
I got you.
How close do we get before we have to do things?
You can get within, so they're not going to notice you until you're within about, as you see where you are right there. And then the ghouls are all going to start howling, and then they're going to rush you.
Is there anything you want to do with sneak first, Oz, or are you good to just
No.
go in?
There's I don't have that kind of spells.
Brilliant.
Okay.
With that in mind,
I'd
let's
like
get
to-
some. Go ahead, please, Corey.
Yeah, I'd like to drink some things first. Real
Yeah,
quick.
you're welcome to do so.
Prior.
You have as much time as you want to prepare for the inevitable battle that is to come.
So I would do this immediately before, because this only lasts for, well, I think it actually lasts for some time. What's the duration on this? I think it's 10 minutes per level, maybe. Yeah, 10 minutes per level, so 50 minutes. I think if we're gonna go and push into this, you see Dr. Durden, he pulls out this flask. He sticks his hand into the pockets of his backpack, and they kind of disappear into black voids, if you know what I'm talking about. And he sticks his hand in there, and he pulls out this what looks like a potion. And then he sticks his hand into his other jacket piece, and he takes out this little tablet, it looks like, and he tosses it in his mouth and like crunches it up, and then he spits on the floor, and his mouth starts emanating blue as I cast alchemical allocation.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yay! Spit potions.
Spit potions, yay!
Yeah. And
Good
then
God.
and then after that, I don't drink. I swish around mouthwash style a potion of heroism, and then I spit it back into the bottle with all of its saliva and whatnot, and then cork it and stick it back in my backpack.
That is beautiful and disgusting. There's a
So-
lot of enemies.
So I am now under the effects of
You know, you
heroism.
remind me of someone.
Yeah.
I'm going to, while he's doing that, I'm going to drag my fingers down Sumi's teeth and have them turn into those large saber-toothed teeth as I cast Magic Fang on her.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely
Solid.
brilliant. And
got
as you
red
all
2.0.
move up, I am going to grant you a surprise round because these ghouls were way too distracted by eating the farmers that didn't turn into ghouls. So
Okay.
you may have a surprise round. First up is Osmerding.
I'm going to shoot at this one with another thing that I have. I'll pull it out of my I will pull it out of my thing here, and
Ew.
it's a wand of magic missile.
Nice. Go ahead and roll some
And
damage.
so I've got to do my.
Oh, you
my
gotta do your use magic device check. Can he hit a DC 20?
No, I have wand of magic missile.
Oh, you have the spell?
I have magic missile as a spell.
Then you're good.
in my-
He has to do it for Cure Light Wounds, but not
I have
for
to do
the
it for
magic
cure light
missile.
wounds, but not for
Nice.
magic missile. So I'm just gonna do this. No, there's it is right there.
Oh, mama!
No worry about
wow.
sneak attack.
Oh
There's no
my
sneak attack.
gosh! Pop, 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 pop! What do your magic missiles look like, Osmerding?
You know, they're gonna be green,
Okay.
just like my hair
Ooh.
and my eyes,
Okay.
and they're gonna be flowy. They're gonna have a trail behind them, kind of like lasers from Star Wars from the TIE fighters.
Ooh, I like it. It's like a. They make little like pew pew noises. And as you shoot them, you make a noise. It's good. I like it. And that
Elephant
ghoul
grinning
right
ground.
there, first bolt, second bolt, turns, hisses, head explodes, and it looks
We're
so good.
We're
First
supposed to
ghoul
roll
down.
for initiative, I guess. right?
Absolutely, yeah. If
Yes.
you haven't already, please roll in.
Let me do that. Back to the core.
Make sure to click your token.
Next up is Sumi.
Unless I roll amazing. Nope, I never roll amazing.
Sumi, at the behest of Weave, who has kind of not taken her. I'm assuming the wedding song is coming from
It
in
has
here.
stopped, but yes, that's exactly where it was coming from.
Okay. Sumi at the behest of Weave, who is very unnerved by the wedding song, is taking full action in that regard. Is this door just open here, or is this like a closed door?
It is a closed door at this point.
Okay, Sumi unfortunately cannot open doors.
What?
What? No.
Sumi's just gonna she's gonna take a position in front of the door. I'm gonna have her ready an attack, ready a paw swipe.
I love
Or if the door gets opened.
Dr. Desmond, what are you doing?
Oh my god, does everybody roll that bad? Shit.
Well, it was surprise round.
Oh crap. I'm not sure what I'm doing. So we attacked. I don't think I'm going to attack. I think I'm going to. You know what? I didn't heal myself before, so I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on myself. I probably would have done it on the way walking over here, but I don't have a plan, and I'm not gonna attack anything from here right now. So
Okay.
I'll use my Cure Light Wounds spell.
Perfect. Bear, what are you doing?
I don't think that.
All right. Given his newfound powers, yells out. I know. I guess. Yeah, and yelling out really won't change the surprise around. So he'll yell out "Death for Gorham" as he runs 40 feet.
I love it.
Death to the Dorkishan.
All right. From inside the barn, you hear a howling, you hear scraping,
8.
and bursting forth through one of the barn doors, you see this ghoul. It's just going to move over next to you. Weave, you're up next.
I wish I knew. I'm going to take my bracelet that I've used before, that I've trapped those spirits in, that I do that ritual in the morning sometimes. And I'm going to release one of the captured spirits. And last time it was kind of like this stone creature, but this time this skeleton comes like lumbering out of the bracelet and crawls its way and then jumps onto Sumi. And she suddenly seems like a bit more rigid. And she starts kind of like disappearing a little bit, like she's not even here. And that's the bones, so she now has blur effect, 20% mischance.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And we are now back to the top of the round, and the singing picks back up, but this time instead of a wedding song, it is a song of unrequited love. And bursting forth is this horrific amalgamation of man, beast, and whatever else. And
That's
Sumi's
amazing.
great action goes off.
Sumi is gonna go for a paw swipe.
Crazy.
Paw swipe.
She swings on the creature and the creature steps back, kind of partially closing the door, and her claw just scrapes the door as it then flings it back open and lunges at Sumi. 13 is a miss. 13 is a miss.
Yeah.
It howls. You. I'm sorry, that's not the voice. You are the one that I am seeking. Not you, but your master. For my master, his lordship. And we move on. But Osmerding, you're up next.
That was definitely Cookie Monster.
It was Ghoulie Monster, is what it is.
I'm not engaging with the puns today.
It was a one-hit wonder.
Let's
It's all
see
good.
here. Oh. So I still got that wand out. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Because that is all I get to do with my short little legs.
So tiny. You need to use your springing and threading.
I'm going to go pew, pew, pew.
No, don't. I want to kill it.
Okay,
Too late.
then I'm going to go pew, pew, pew.
All right, good enough.
Okay. Since somebody doesn't want my help, fine. I'm not going to have my help.
Fine, you're still helping me. There's like a million of them over here.
It's all right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah! That is a decent amount of damage, but that one is still standing. It takes the brunt of 2 of them. The third one kind of seems just to graze it, though, unfortunately. This ghoul back here is just going to charge towards Bear, making a wild bite attack for 14 as it goes wide. One from inside bursts forward, gets to here. This one back here is going to double move up next to him. This one here cannot charge because his friend got in the way, so it's just going to double move to there. This one here is going to double move around the backside, and they are
finally a fair fight.
Just surrounding him.
Sumi's gonna rip and tear into this guy.
Love it. Get after it.
Whammo. Well, I rolled minimum damage every
the
time.
24 does hit for 4 damage, lancing and slashing into him. And the ghoul, not necessarily a ghoul, you recognize this actually. This is a gas, and this gas appears to be a little bit more empowered than your average gas. It howls and screams.
Does it bleed?
No, it does not. Not here for you, kitty. Here for that one. And points over at Weave.
Do you bleed?
Notice, Weave, that the ghoul is shirtless and has the Sahedron symbol carved into its chest, and then pinned to its flesh is another scroll of paper that looks to have writing on it as well, in a similar style as the other writing you've seen as well. Light's fantastic. He howls, and the ghouls all howl. "Ow!" says the ghoul in front of Sumi. This ghoul over here is going to... This ghoul I actually think can make the 30 feet over, and it's going to go ahead and attack on... Remembering to drink, take a run. It's going to swing on Bear for an 11, which is a miss. This last ghoul here is going to move out, start moving over towards the other friends. Dr. Durden, you're up next.
Damn it, I was looking something up too. I am going to run up a little bit to, dang it, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's see, 5, 10. Oh, that guy's coming towards us there?
Mhm.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so I'm going to come down here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think that's enough, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I want to get within 30 feet of that guy right there.
I like it.
And I am going to use one of my archetype abilities. So I'm going to say them the first time I use them, explain them if you're not familiar. So I'm going to use this ability, which is called Alchemical Weapon, which allows me to combine alchemical items as part of my action.
Nice.
So what I am doing is I'm going to take out a bomb, and I am going to slap an alchemist fire onto it with some glue.
Dirty. I love it. I
And
love
then
it.
throw that.
So you're just adding a d6.
Yeah, and
I like
and
it.
I was looking up something else as well, but here, sorry, where's my
You're good,
character
man.
sheet?
Alchemists are complicated. I like them.
Yeah, when they don't cheat.
I'm also, well, I'll do that afterwards. I'm not in trouble right now. So yeah, so I will throw that, and so it adds an extra d6. I can't remember if it adds anything else. It adds Alchemist Fire, 1d6 fire. It does 1 point of splash damage extra to anyone in the splash radius, and it does 1d6 fire damage on the next round. I don't know if it. I need to look that up to see if it does that to the splash people or not. It might not. So it's just the main guy. All right, so I'm gonna throw that, and let's roll for that.
You know what? I'd be fine with it if you didn't exclude me.
If I didn't exclude you?
Yes, because I actually get benefits if I take enough fire damage.
Okay, well you didn't tell me that, so I'm not gonna metagame. Unless
He's
you're like,
a
throw
werebear.
fire at me, please. So I am definitely excluding and throwing it at that guy. So here we go, bomb, bam.
That's a hit.
So that's 17 to hit.
That one bursts into
touch.
flames and is dead.
And I also get an extra d6. So that d6 is not added there. So here's the extra d6. So 5 points of extra fire damage.
Completely just.
So 20
gone.
points of fire damage on him.
Ash.
And then-
Ghoul. Smells
and
like
then,
rotten burnt flesh. It's not a very appealing smell.
The 4 that are all within 5 feet all take 9 points of fire damage
Beautiful.
If
And
they
they
don't
get a
make the save.
reflex save, right?
if they don't make the reflex save.
Perfect. Let me roll a couple of those.
Man,
Wow.
man.
Oh, the last one took the full hit. Last one took the full hit. Other ones are only taking
Oh,
4.
So the last one takes 9 because of the extra 1,
Mhm.
and the other ones take half of 8 or whatever, so 4.
Half of 9 is 4. Perfect. All right. Next up is this ghoul. Another ghoul. Lunging out. So it's going to double move over next to his friend. This
Oh, what
one
I was gonna
here.
say, Joffrey feeds me a potion on my turn, which is shield.
Bear, you're up next.
All right, we're going to the age-old classic of Cleveland.
I hear it's nice this time of year.
You've never been there,
Oh!
apparently.
I'm gonna spend
No!
I'm gonna spend my last hero point.
That's totally worth it.
You have never been to Cleveland.
Ah! So you go to swing, and as you bring your sword up around your head to do that classic Cleveland swipe, one of the ghouls kind of grabs onto your hand, another one grabs onto the end of the sword, and you just can't quite get it. It takes all of your strength to tear them off. Their swarm tactics are, unfortunately, in this moment, working against you.
Sounds like he went to Toledo.
Is it because there's nothing there?
All right. That's hilarious, especially because I'm from Detroit, and I live like 30 minutes from the Ohio.
Yeah, I know
border.
you know
Toledo.
what Toledo looks
Hilarious. I digress. All right, so first ghoul is going to make a couple of attacks on you, my friend. This is a bite, 2 claws. That ghoul gets 1 claw in on Bear. I need you, Bear, to give us a fort save. You're good.
All right, I
Weave,
take,
you're up next. Bear is in a bit of a sticky situation.
A sticky wicket.
You are muted.
Sorry, my cat's been so loud. Does this ghoul here have murderous intent for me, or
That ghoul looks hungry as could be.
so for me specifically, not
Yeah,
for
it's
like?
got eyes locked on
okay.
you, and it's trying to speak, and it's trying to say, "Object, lordship's desire."
Yeah, I can't move and cast a spell there, so I will.
Run into it, embrace it, give into the fever.
I will turn into a panther.
Ooh.
Exactly, Corey. It's only got eyes for him.
He has
Wait
the
a minute.
cat scratch fever.
Wait a minute.
What?
Weed and Sumi are both kitty cats right now.
Yep.
No, I'm not turning into a bear. Before you ask.
Come on.
Do the thing.
So I'm gonna
Either
dive
or.
down into my panther form. That's a standard action. I still have movement, and I gain panther movement. which is 60 feet.
Nice.
I'm gonna go back up Sumi is what I'm gonna do. And if that guy wants to chase me, he can. So I am panther formed and backing up Sumi, but that's my entire turn.
Beautiful. This one over here is just gonna double move over yonder. This one here is gonna crash through the window, move over to those guys.
Oh,
This one
shit.
here. And this ghast, now that Weave is right there, and it sniffs the air, it watched you turn into this panther. I shall bring you to him. Oh, excuse me. I shall bring you to him. My lordship's desire. And then it's going to just claw and bite at you with all of its strength, ignoring Sumi completely.
Annoying. All right.
20,
Hit.
29,
Hit.
possible crit. Confirm crit.
Great. Thank you.
And another claw. Wow!
Jeez.
Okay, that was
Right.
fun. Good character, guys. This was fun. It was good playing with you
9.
guys.
Don't worry, you have a doctor this time, not a witch.
So it's 9, 16, 21, 27 damage.
Can
And
I
need
spend a
you-
hero point to have Sumi intervene and just get this guy away from me?
In what way? How would she do that?
Like, pounce on him and push him back 5 feet.
Sumi will take the full brunt of those attacks. And her DR will not be effective. That's
Probably still worth it,
my
honestly.
trade-off.
Sure. I'll
All
do
right,
it.
done. So Sumi's gonna take the full brunt of the attacks, throwing herself into this creature and actually tackling him inside. Both of them are moved back this way. I need Sumi to give us 2 fortitude saves, please.
1, 2.
Good. Beautiful. She's not paralyzed and does not have ghoul fever. That was amazing. And Sumi's a little wounded, a little worse for wear.
Oh, she also still has the blur. She has the 20% miss chance.
Automatic hit. She threw
Okay.
herself in. Now I'm just gonna. That's my trade-off. I think that's
All right,
totally
that's fine.
fair. But other than that, she took 27
9.
damage. No big deal. She'll be fine. Osmerding, you're up next.
Oh, Osmerding is so freaked out by these things. He's going to 5-foot step back. And you know what? Same verse, same as the first.
Second verse, same as the first.
All right, the one to the right of Durden.
This
That
one.
one, perfect. Awesome. 4 minus another 5. That one takes the bolts, pop, 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 searing and burning away with the magic. These green, almost laser bolts hit this creature, this ghoul, and it hisses. Join the pack. And he's lunging towards you.
No.
This ghoul here, they're just gonna go for bear because he's right there. Miss, hit, and a miss. You take 1 claw attack, and I need you to give a. Oh, let me double check something here. Let me double check here. Bear, I have good news and I have bad news. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I only want the good news.
All right. The good news is you're still alive for now. The bad news is you're paralyzed for 5 rounds.
Well, it's been good, friends.
Well, yes, that's that. Do you have anything you can do to overcome that?
Got a hero point?
Oh, he spent all his hero
Spend
points
all his hero points, unfortunately.
on
Can-
Cleaves.
Now could I borrow someone else's hero point to cast remove paralysis as an immediate action?
Describe to me in a cinematic way in which this would transpire. Sell me on this.
As I don't.
I'll allow it.
Osmerding, help.
I'll
Need
allow it.
help.
Now,
Go
who wants
for
to spend a hero point?
Who
on
wants
me?
to give Bear a hero point to reroll that abysmal fortitude save? Who is willing to give up one of their hero points?
I feel like I'm gonna need mine.
I'm going to give you 1, but I don't want to hear that
You're not aware.
where.
I gotta check something.
That's
I want
hilarious.
to.
So you hear this gnome singing the where bear, and it inspires you to just
Well,
try to
actually-
resist the paralysis.
I have to ask a question before I make him spend a hero point. So, part of my class is I always have a holy symbol present.
Okay.
Would that mean that I wouldn't have to do anything physical to channel energy?
You still have to make the machinations.
You have to
the
present
move,
it, yeah.
Present it.
Well, no, it's always presented though. That is part
No,
of the
you
art
you
thing.
you have to present.
It's there
it.
on you, but you still have to be like skadongle, like hold it.
You gotta hold it up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Give me a hero point.
Yeah.
I
But
gave
you
to
hear it, and that inspires you to make another fortitude save. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna give you a +4 on this. Perfect. You're not
Didn't
paralyzed
need
for
it.
5 rounds. And as Merding, you feel in your heart that Bear is accepting his werebearness, which is good.
But
But
I
wait!
don't know, Bear. After
But
the
wait.
fight for you.
There's more. There's more.
Call now.
You're about to
19,
get attacked
miss.
again.
9 is miss. 26 is a hit!
You're not getting another.
And because you have resisted the fortitude save for paralysis, you don't have to make it again, which is good. You've already resisted it. I'm not going to make you make it again on the same round. You've resisted it. You take 3 damage. This one down here is going to go ahead and make a couple attack rolls on you. 22, I believe, is a miss.
Nope.
So it's a hit. Right on the money. 9 is a miss. Claw, 21 is a miss. Plus 2, we got an
I am
addition.
not ghoul fevered.
And you take another 7 damage. This last ghoul over here is going to take some swings on you. Got some swipies. That's a miss. 2 claws. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Wow. Sumi. Sumi has pounced. This guy is prone on the ground. Sumi's next to him. What is the magnificent creature that is
And tear.
Rip and tear. Oh, mama! Whoa, there we go.
Ooh.
There we go. Sumi has had enough of this nasty wedding song singing. No, don't kill me. I just wish to bring him to her, to my lordship. And Sumi's like, I'm not having any of that. So Sumi is going to just pounce, tearing into this guy, just ripping off chunks and bits of his flesh, undead rotten flesh, and it's still alive, but barely alive, just writhing. And that little piece of paper gets torn off and this flutters up and then floats down, landing on the couch just to its right, to Sumi's left. This ghoul over here sees Bear, sees that he's surrounded. It's going to throw another possible crit miss into Bear.
With the bite.
Does not confirm. 2 more attacks with both claws. Both claws miss. This one here, seeing Durden open, is going to charge Durden, try to bite him for a 23, which does hit. Durden, I need 2 fortitude saves, please. First one is against the Ghoul Fever. Second one is against the paralysis. Let's roll well.
So I have a +5 against
And
disease.
you're taking 3 damage. You're good, and you're good, Dr. Durden. It's you. You're surrounded by some friends. They look like they're trying to have a ghoulish good time. Ghouly good time. Ghouly, ghouly, ghouly. I'm done. All right, I digress. I'm getting silly.
All right. So, whew, can I? Man, I was gonna step back 5-foot step back to here, but that guy jumped in there. Can I step back 5 feet into the same square as Osmerdi?
Fortunately not.
Not a 5-foot step in there. All right.
Mm-mm.
Okay. If I 5-foot step there and do a ranged attack, what happens? This guy right here gets like
It's an
a.
attack of opportunity.
It's an attack of opportunity.
All right, I'll
He
take
misses.
that. And I will throw a bomb at this guy right here, of course, so that all those other guys can get hit. And let's throw. So that's 18 to
That
hit.
one is destroyed completely.
And does 20 points of damage, yep. And then all the other 3 take minimum damage, which is 8, reflex save 16.
All right, so 2 of them make it. They take 4. The others take 9 or 8.
Oh,
excuse me.
8.
And the
8, yeah, I
one
didn't- I
to
didn't
the
add any.
to the left or to the right of the one that you just blew up was at 4 HP, and that one is down and gone.
Okay.
Next up is this ghoul in front of Bear, which does not get flanking bonuses. 10, 2 claws, possible crit, confirmed crit, and another hit. Wow! Wow! That's 3.
I'm so glad I cast Deadly Juggernaut on myself.
Plus 6. take 19 damage.
That's from 2 sources, right?
That is from 2 sources.
Okay.
And I need you to give us a fort save against Ghoul Fever.
Yeah, Ghoul Fever I don't really
Looks
care
like you have
about.
Ghoul
That...
Fever.
Oh no.
Oh no, Ghoul Fever. This one over here is going to move in. Just kind of swing in. It's going to swing
Get off here.
several times. 19, 22, and a 23. So I believe just the 23 hits, correct?
Yeah, so as he scratches in this shield, kind of like this rainbow kind of glisten blocks the 19 and the 22, as my AC is currently at 20.
So there's a sheen, and then it finally swipes low, hitting your ankle. And I need you to give another 3 damage. Well, I'm rolling minimum damage on these guys. This is going well for you. I'm just saying. Like, the
Well,
dice
against
are in
him.
your favor. They don't want you to die. Bear! You feel like you might have a fever. Like, it's starting to, maybe like the beginnings of a cold. But you'll probably be fine. Let's go to Cleveland.
Actually, I'm not gonna go.
I need to roll for those?
Yes, please. Go ahead and roll.
2?
Oh me, oh my, you're gonna go to Toledo, Ohio.
No.
You are good. You are
Very-
good. Dr.
And the
Bear, you are
reason
good.
why I'm not going to Cleveland is gonna be on channel 5 News
Let's go.
against Undead.
Let's go. Let's channel against Undead. What's the DC? I love it. Now
Not
we're thinking
good.
with angles.
Not good.
Now we're thinking with angles.
The channel DC is 15.
Failed.
I know.
Pass.
I think they have channel resistance, but
Oh, I'm adding in the channel resistance. It's
Oh.
not great.
Fail.
Ooh.
Big time. What's the burst on channel? It's 20
30
feet?
feet.
30 foot. Oh my golly.
you know that thing that clerics do sometimes? Yeah.
Honestly, I just forget you're a cleric half the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Cause he's a werebear.
Stop it!
Hey,
Just-
you accepted his gift. You now have to accept your werebear.
You're a werebear.
No,
How many NPCs can you kill in one turn?
a lot. And if I'm gonna kill a lot, and I'm gonna get real strong, because Deadly Juggernaut real good.
Roll that damage. 13?
Yep.
Dead.
So I killed 4.
Dead, even though it's saved. Dead, even though
Oh.
it's saved.
I have maxed up the
Dead.
Juggernaut now.
Dead and dead. And this one is... Wow, yeah, you
Seem
just
to
nuked
be.
all of them. Straight up. You just literally just... So imagine, if you will, Bear raises the holy symbol of Gorum above his head.
What is the holy symbol of Gorm?
There is this... I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Isn't it like an axe in a mountain or something?
No, it's a sword in the mountain.
I love it.
Mm.
And there is this beam of holy light, like Excalibur being shoved into the stone, and it lances out like a whirling blade of energy, and just all of these ghouls turn to ash as the holy light emanates out from Bear. And Bear, do you say anything, or are you just screaming, "Ah!" What do you do?
Yeah. So like in animes, when the characters just like get down, like crouch down, they just go. "Ah!"
And there's boom, and all of the ghouls are just eviscerated. And in fact, are you within range? Are you within range? That is the real question. Just out of range. Just out of range. But Weave, you are in range.
So
What do you do?
one thing that does happen when after they die, I guess we would be the only person that kind of cares about this. You would see like energy from all the undead kind of get absorbed into me.
Creepy.
Thundercats, ho!
And then I'll go-
Thunderbear, ho! He's definitely a werebear.
I guess I took the panther form for nothing. I'm going to leave it. And just like the panther was looking at at Bear like, what? And now I'm just like looking at Bear like, what? And I have movement, but I guess I'll move closer. I'll move out of the way, so if somebody wants to stand there, they can, but that's it. I'm not going to bother with anything else.
And in the interest of not bothering to have Sumi you actually just have Sumi roll Rip and Tear for us? Because the gas is going to try to stand up.
I will have Sumi roll Rip and Tear.
What
Yeah.
if I wanted to go blang, blang, blang?
That is good enough. It had 1 HP left. So as it stands up, Sumi is just going to swipe its head clean off its face, and it will drop to the ground with a thunk.
Sumi was never attacked, but lost half of her HP.
And that, my friends, is the end of that combat. So, you got a barn, you got a bunch of ash and ghoul bits slowly floating to the ground. What do you guys do?
Really
I'm
cool
casting-
job there, Bear.
That was
That
a lot
was
more
absolutely amazing. I'm kneeling down next to Sumi and casting Cure Moderate Wounds while I'm talking.
Hey, Bear, where did you learn how to do that?
13.
I'm going to throw you as far as I can. If you say bear one more time.
Where?
Where did you
Hey.
learn to do that?
Bear?
Where did I learn to channel?
Where'd you learn how to do that?
I don't really know if it kind of just comes to you as a cleric.
Oh, so it's not part of your rare bear ability.
You didn't pray for these revelations. They're just innate.
That's kind of how a cleric works, I guess.
I have to commune with the forest for my powers.
Well, I have to pray to Gorham every morning.
I have to drink stuff.
I just have to be me.
So we have a
Lord.
chronic alcoholic.
I don't think I'm allowed to practice religion. It's like inherent.
Hey, you can practice religion.
No, I don't think I'm allowed to. I might be smited on
Anyway,
sight.
how's
Oh,
Sumi
Gorham
doing?
loves demons.
What's wrong with Sumi? Why is she all weird? I can't see her. Come here, Sumi. Sumi.
Like 3 cats are running at you, but as they get closer, they kind of they double slit experiment and resolve into one cat that pounces on you.
Oh, hi. Hey, Sumi. Hey.
Come here.
Oh,
She
okay.
rubs like cats do when they rub their cheeks against you. She's doing that, but against your face.
Yeah.
Come here,
Oz,
I
it's just
switched
one
behind
cat, but everyone else watching, it looks like 2 or 3.
Yeah. I
I'm-
stretch the ears. Stretch the ears.
Channeling positive energy.
I don't need any healing. Thank you.
Oh, I wasn't giving it to you, so.
Okay. Oh, that was Sumi. Never mind. I grabbed the wrong one.
So everyone gets 20 health back.
20.
9 and 11.
I don't need any.
Sumi needs it. So good for Sumi. Oh, that's too much.
So let's go
She
inside.
explodes.
And let me see. Do I have a high enough intelligence? Yes. I grabbed the sheet
The
A
piece of
paper that-
paper.
I see on the ground because it's the first thing right there.
I hope it's not another love letter.
It looks like it's kind of blue. It says, take the fever into you, my love. It shall be but the first of my gets to you.
Oh, did anyone get bit?
Certainly
Yes.
sounds like another love
Yes.
letter.
Yes, it's from your lordship. Weave. This one's for you.
On the
Ugh.
belt of this ghoul that you slain, slated?
Gassed?
I don't know, slew.
Gas or
Slain.
pool?
The Gast. You see that there is a key ring, and on that key ring is a symbol. I'm gonna have anybody that wants to make it. You may make this untrained. You will also get a +10 to this. I want you to make a knowledge nobility check.
Knowledge,
wait a minute.
ability, that is a background
Holy-
skill.
I have a rank in it.
Look at finance. You're so excited. I love it.
I do
Listen,
not.
I almost never put ranks in knowledge and ability.
So, Bear,
Nobility. I
You
have
actually
intelligence, but-
recognize this. You never interacted with him, Bear. But you recognize this as a symbol of the foxgloves. It is their Calrodric crest.
Well,
Oh, that
looks,
took forever.
Looks like the foxgloves are
With
up
the
to
plus
some-
10, Osmeriting, you recognize it as the symbol of foxglove that was on the ring that he wore. Or wears.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
knew that. I knew that. That's the guy I'm looking for. He
You
owes me money.
recognize it as well.
I'm lying. I
Why
didn't
are
really
these taking
recognize
so
it.
long?
Do you guys know this Foxglove fellow?
Yes, we met Aldern. He's kind of the one responsible for making us, well, me and Oz, the heroes of Sandpoint.
Yeah.
He was a nice enough fellow, but it seems that he had fallen on hard times.
He was a douche.
Do you think he's in trouble or something?
He's been missing, is the thing. We haven't seen him for some time.
Never
He used to be
mind.
quite the personality in Sandpoint.
I have a feeling though he's the one that it's not Chopper.
Now remind
It's
me, undead are bad
Foxglove.
around here, right?
It's
Undead are
Foxglove.
bad everywhere.
No, they're not bad everywhere.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yes.
Geb,
So
Yeah, but where
So-
the heck is that? That doesn't exist. You're
I don't-
making
I
that
don't-
place up.
I don't understand. So who likes undead and who doesn't? I mean, I think they're interesting. I raise my hand.
All raise your hands if you think undead are cool.
I hate them if I'm supposed to hate them. I like them if I'm supposed to like them.
I'm not
Sumi
raising my
goes to
hand.
raise a paw, but then looks up at Weave and slowly lowers it and is like,
I'm not raising my hand.
no, bad.
See,
We've
What-
been
I know you guys talked bad about necromancers and wizards, but what if I could make undead that were like on our side? Is that like a cool thing, or should I?
No,
like,
that is not a
that?
cool thing.
No. Okay. I won't,
Necromancy is wrong.
all right. I'll take note of that.
well, necromancy.
don't say it.
I just cast necromancy.
Did you?
Yeah, best spell that I cast.
Which
Which one?
one?
The one with the shadow helmet.
Oh, he's a scary dude.
Yeah. What did that do, by the way?
I get stronger whenever I basically kill something.
Were you stealing the souls of the farmers?
Mm,
The ones we were trying to liberate?
Here, hold on. I'm a doctor.
the
I put
souls
my
get
hand-
released back to wherever they go after the spell's over.
Are you sure?
I can tell.
Do you know?
I know.
Yeah.
Here, hold still 1 second.
Don't
I
touch
put
me.
I go to put 2 fingers on your forehead.
No, get out of here.
You see, he's got the souls inside of him. He
Yeah,
won't let
no,
me
go-
check.
No, go away after the spell's over.
Osmeridan, are you listening in on this conversation, or would you be snooping around as Osmeridan is wanted to do?
Oh, he snoops.
Give us a perception check.
Snoop, 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 boop, 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 snoop, boop.
You find a trapdoor underneath one of the beds inside of the farmhouse, and inside that trapdoor, you find
Money.
100 silver pieces,
Okay, so that goes into my account.
as
So
well
okay.
as 3,600 copper pieces.
I'm not carrying that, so
You
I'm gonna
also
tell
find
everybody else that they have that.
on the body of this ghast, you find a copy of a deed to the Foxglove Manor.
Okay. So I'll pull that out and then I'll say, guys,
As long as the souls are returning.
there's,
Technically, the souls are gone after they.
there's a big sack of copper in there, and I found this. And I'll hand it to
Deed
Weed.
to the Foxglove estate.
Yeah, I don't know why it's over here.
Wasn't he?
Was this?
Didn't you
Foxglove?
go there, Doctor? You had
Uh,
to treat some mold or something?
No, I sold him some stuff. I don't know, DM. did
Oh,
I
you
go
never
there?
went to the
You
actual
never actually
place.
went to the manor, but if anyone wants to make a knowledge local check, you can actually
Okay.
garner some information about the Foxglove Manor.
Big
I don't know.
numbies.
Wow.
Wow, Bear, you know everything. So, Bear, Foxglove Manor, there's a little bit of information. So, Foxglove Manor is over 80 years old and has been the seat of the Foxglove family the whole time. Some sort of tragedy struck the family only a few decades ago, and no one lived there since. Common rumor holds that the place is haunted. Holy crap. Well, that's a really good check. Foxglove Manor is known as the Misgivings by some locals, particularly by Varisians. It certainly has a bad reputation. Sighting of strange lights, and this kitty in front of my computer screen. Strange lights in the attic windows, muffled sounds of screaming from above and below, and even rumors of huge bat-winged devil living in the caves below the manor are a few of the tales told about the place. The Foxglove family lived there as recently as 2 decades ago, but then a fire burned down the servants' building. Creel Foxglove was found dead, burnt, and dashed on the rocks below the cliffs behind the house. And Taver Foxglove was found in his bedroom, dead by his own hands. The children, including Aldrin Foxglove and his sister, were sent away to be raised in Corvosa by distant relatives. Let's see here. You've also got Foxglove Manor was built decades ago by Vorel Foxglove, a merchant prince from Magnamar. He and his family lived there for 20 years before the entire family perished from disease. The surviving Foxgloves of Magnamar shunned the place for 40 years until Trevor Foxglove moved back in. So that is what you know. You also know that Aldrin has recently been trying to rebuild the manor, but had run on hard times. He had started to run out of money to rebuild the place.
I relay all the information to
I
the
already
rest
knew
of the
that.
GM info
I already
dump.
knew that.
Haunted.
So
Oh.
I
I
feel like
think
we
we
should
know where-
pay him a visit.
Yeah, we know where we're gonna have to go. Do we want to go back to town first
Very much so.
to find
I-
out where this is? Because
We know where it is. Like Bea just told us where it is.
yeah,
I have another question for the DM though.
I have answers for the player.
One of the ingredients I needed was gassed flesh that I've been looking for.
I mean, there's a gas in front of you.
Gas right
Missing
there.
a head, but there's a gas.
How many pounds of gassed flesh would you say are available?
Man flesh.
That is
Man
such-
flesh.
So questions I never thought I'd be asked.
I know, right?
How many pounds of gas
You
flesh?
are welcome. How much
I
is the
want
gas
you
weigh?
to go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh man, is this a tiny gas? I'm gonna
I
roll
want
like
you to roll a
the
d20.
smallest
Just
gas
roll a
ever.
d20.
All right, no
Just
miniature
my
gas.
luck. I got the smallest gassed.
All right, he's a pretty big ass gassed. How
You got
big
the
is this?
dumpy.
You get
From a range of-
69. Of course, it's 69. 69 pounds of gassed flesh.
Okay.
ew.
Where are you putting that?
Yeah, where to
Ah.
put? That's my question. That's so gross.
I'm stepping outside.
That's a.
There's-
I think we're all stepping outside.
Bear, there's a package of a sack of 3,600 copper pieces in there. You might want to carry it.
Fine.
I'm too little.
Aw.
You can carry it.
No, not yet.
So harvested and concentrated from the remains of slain ghasts. I'm trying to make a weapon out of this, and 69 pounds. I should be able to make a whole shitload of it. But
I feel like we had come so far from red, and here we have Dr.
I know.
Dunn. You're doing God's
And now we're
work.
back to
We're back.
He's doing. I don't know if it's God's work, but
It's a god, just not the gods you want to worship.
I'm gonna try to make gassed wretch flasks.
And you absolutely can do that. We'll do that.
So
We'll do that
Off
off
screen.
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah,
No
definitely.
problem whatsoever. We can
So
definitely
I'm
have you
going to
make
collect
those
as
rolls.
much of this as possible, and I'm going to start. I don't know if you guys mind, but he starts going over there, and he puts on these like rubber gloves, and he goes, he like snaps them, and he takes out a really sharp looking dagger, and he starts cutting off pieces
We
and
have
putting them
all
into
left.
flasks.
Everyone is
I'm
gone.
there.
It's just
No.
you.
You're watching with like
And
intrigue, Bear.
I think
Yes.
our final scene of this evening will be Dr. Durden doing his dirty work. Or clean work. I don't know, however you want to describe it. And your little flesh puppet pops on your shoulder.
He puts on the whole like smock, and he puts on like a mask over his
Yeah.
face like a doctor would have. He puts on all his gear. He's got his rubber gloves and all
Little
that.
puppet
It goes
comes
in
off
there
and it's like a nurse, like with its little piece of paper. It's like writing notes as you do your work. And our last scene will be the rest of you walking away from the farmstead back in the direction of Sandpoint.
oh,
And
I'm
we
with
pivot,
him.
we pivot up and over, and as we zoom back in, we see Shalelu sitting at the bar, having a conversation with Aimeko, and she leans in and says, "What do you think of that doctor guy?" And Aimeko leans in and says, "Seems kind of weird." And that, my friends, is the end of session 10 of Rise of the Runelords, chapter 2. The Skinsaw murders. You guys are awesome. I don't know what else to say. You guys are weird.
I thought she was going to be like, he's kind of hot.
He's kind of weird. In a hot kind of way.
But-
You know what?
but
We're
in
gonna
a good
retcon. He's kind of weird. In a kind of hot kind of way. There it is. That's what she says. I like
And it's
that.
not because his skin is red.
No, that would be racist. Specious is the word. But to all of our viewers, thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. To my players, my friends here, I don't even know what's happening anymore with this game, but you know what? I'm loving every single gosh darn minute of it. It's been wonderful. You're weird. Cord, I cannot wait to play Alien with you. I feel like it's going to be a wild ride experience. But again, shameless plug, Cord the Destroyer here is going to be running a campaign on the Darewolf Den server. If you're interested, take a look. Message him directly, message me directly. I can definitely get you in. And if you're interested in joining the server, definitely hit me up. More than happy to have you jump in. It's a small community, only about 45 people in there right now, all awesome role players, and we're looking to expand a little bit and grow the community, get some DMs, get some additional players, get some other games going that not necessarily I'm running. Maybe I get to be a player at some point. That would be amazing, because I'm not playing in anything right now. But with that being said, I think Jester should have tonight's final thoughts after I say happy gaming, everybody. What are your final thoughts, Jester? You're muted. You're still muted.
Oh God, I finally lost track of Red, but now there's this one. That's my final thoughts.
Perfect. I love it. Good night, everybody. We will see you next time. Be well, be safe.
Did you get that, Godfrey? 69 pounds of gassed flesh.
Good night, everybody.